Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Lawman Adventures. Now today we're on top of Hickory Mountain, and I've got the beautiful Lake Ouchita behind me, and there's a campsite not too far from here, and that's where we're going to hang out tonight. But for just a few minutes we'll check out this recreation area. I think the CCC built this thing back in the 30s. Just kind of a flat top up here, plenty of parking. And they close it at night. My dad, I was out here with him a few weeks ago scouting this place out, and he said it's a good spot to look at the stars, I guess, because it's dark up here. But the sign says they close at dusk, so I don't know about that. He told me where we're going right now, he said there used to be a building here, and it was I guess it's torn down now, but the foundation of it is still here. So the last few videos we've camped in the Ozark Mountains. This time we're back in the Ouachita Mountains, and hence Lake Ouachita. They have, according to what they say, Lake Ouachita is supposed to be one of the cleanest lakes in the entire United States. As you can see on the video, there's no houses. They don't allow any building. No houses, no boat docks, no nothing. And it's surrounded by national forest, so it keeps the lake pristine. There's a lot of islands out there, and people ride the boats out there and go camping on those islands. Okay, we'll go look at the other side real quick. It's just I think kind of like a mountain view on the other side. Okay, well, now let's go find a campsite. The campground's probably a mile from this spot, so we don't have too far to go. Anyway, it's run by the National Forest, so I don't think there's a charge. I didn't see one. We'll see when we get there. They do not have electric, water, sewer hookups, so it's primitive, but they do have a vaulted toilet, so it's better than nothing, trust me. So anyway, we're going to head there now and find us a spot. we're here, and this is going to be our site for tonight. I saw 2 other tents in this campground, so, but there's nobody there right now. But so we'll probably got some company tonight. Probably out hunting. Anyway, this is our view, which is not too bad. Let's go check out the vaulted toilets. We're gonna see how clean they are. Hopefully they are. Yeah, may need a little attention. Well, hey guys, I had to put on my coat, my toboggan hat. I got a temperature gauge. I'll tell you in a little while what the temperature is, but the problem up here is it's that wind. Well, that wind's blowing hard. So if you can't really hear me, I understand. I apologize for that. But anyway, we got a pretty good campsite here, and I expected it to be kind of windy because we are up on top of a mountain. So. And then they did call for windier conditions today anyway. So, but as you can see, somebody left us a stump. I've got stuff, and I was gonna do a fire tonight, but that I don't know if I should with that wind blowing. We're not under a burn ban anywhere in Arkansas. However, that wind blowing as hard as it is, I just don't think that I probably would be wise to burn a fire. It's like something come out of the ground here. A pipe with concrete. I'm not sure what that was used for. You know, I'm gonna tell you, I don't know about in the states where any of you guys might be from, but Arkansas, we have beautiful, well-maintained state parks, and the federal parks, not so much. You know, this, as you can see, this one is just not overly maintained. I put it that way. You saw the restroom and all that, but it's free, so I really can't complain too much since it didn't cost anything to stay here. Like I said, it's primitive, so we don't have water, electrical, or sewer. But I did bring my little buddy heater, and I've got a CO2 detector in the back of my truck. So, and we'll crack it open the window's open if I decide to use that. Just be on the safe side. And we may have to end up cooking in the back of the truck. I have yet to do that. I've seen other people on YouTube do it, but I have not. So that'll be a new experience for me. It shouldn't be a problem. It just, you know, moving stuff around in there. It's just easier for me to pull it out here on a picnic table like that and cook on that and put it back in. But I just, you know, like I said, the wind conditions, I just don't know. This is the road we came in on to get to the park. Now, if you see it through the trees, that's where we came and come up here. And going that direction is where we had went to that overlook. And this direction, at the end of it, there's a trailhead. And if I was not alone, I would probably do it. But as I've stated in my other videos, when I'm alone, I don't really want to get too far from my camp. As you know, you probably heard here in Arkansas, we had 2 bear attacks within like a month of each other or something like that. Not where I am right here, but yes, in Arkansas. And from what I understand, there's not been, they were both fatalities. There has not been a bear attack like that in Arkansas since the late 1800s. So what caused it, I do not know. I'm hoping right now that it's getting cool enough where they're starting to hibernate, won't be out here. We'll just have to be what they call bear aware. I don't have bear spray, but I do have other forms of protection. And that is not just for bears. And I'll be honest with you, I'm more worried about people than I am bears. Bears can be predictable. If I see a bear, I'm gonna get in the truck. I'm probably gonna leave. I'm not gonna stick around. But people are unpredictable. You just don't know what they're gonna do. So, and speaking of that, I was gonna have a talk with you guys. I've noticed a lot more things going on YouTube with people camping and running with people. You know, as I told you, I'm retired law enforcement, so I do know a thing or two about people and being aware of your surroundings. That's probably the number one thing advice I'd give you: be aware of your surroundings. Before I camped here, I drove around, checked the place out real good, and I'm always, on the alert to see what's going on around me, and sight and sound. Number 2, I see a whole lot of videos where guys are tent camping, and they'll hear something right outside their tent, and they stay in the tent and try to be quiet. Now, the person outside has an advantage because they're outside, they can see what's going on, but you can't see them. And all you have is that thin nylon between you and whoever that is or whatever that is out there. So I won't say jump out of the tent, but I mean cautiously. Be prepared, be armed, be whatever you got to do, and cautiously get out and face it. I've told this on my channel once before, but just to give you an example, me and my son and son-in-law rode our motorcycles into the Ozark Mountains 2019, and it was February, cold, ice cold, and we hammock camped. That's the first time I'd ever done anything off the motorcycle or hammock camping, and that was an experience. It was cold, but anyway, we set up 4 hammocks, and each of us were, of course, in one, and then we had a tarp over us. And the 4th hammock, we put our gear in it. Well, in the middle of the night, I heard some rustling, and it sounded like it was coming from that tarp where our gear was in. Anyway, I quietly listened, and then I heard what sounded like 2 guys. It says, one of them, I thought they said, it sounds like they're camping. So I quietly got dressed, and I did have my firearm with me. So I grabbed my firearm and got out of my hammock. Well, I mean, the fog was so thick. I mean, you couldn't see maybe 5 feet in front of you at the most. I mean, you could have cut it with a butter knife. It's so thick. But I didn't hear anymore, but I did get out. I got out of my hammock, and I checked the area. I checked our gear. I checked our bikes. I didn't see any kind of disturbance or anything like that. So, and I didn't see any guys, any men. And my son, he didn't get out, but the next day he said he did hear the rustling. And so he didn't hear anybody talking, but he heard that rustling sound. Long story short, I got out of my hammock. I didn't stay in there and thinking if I'm going to stay in there, I'm going to be any kind of protected. Now, I will say, if you're in a truck set up like this, especially with the hard topper, I mean, I think you'd be a little bit safer in here. I got these chains that I put over the hooks so that I'm locked in there. And at the very least, if somebody gets in here or an animal gets in here, anything like that, um, it'll at the very least buy me some time to be prepared for them at the very least. And I do like the hard topper. That soft topper, it had buttons on it, and I was always nervous about somebody pulling those buttons up or cutting the fabric. So I do feel a little bit better with the hard topper. Like I said, I'm not saying somebody can't get in it, but it just gives me time to be ready for them. I'll bring this up again. The only reason I bring all them stores up again is just I've just seen so many videos on YouTube, and watching people and not dealing with them correctly. Just like I said, be aware of your surroundings. Don't stay in your tent. Get out and look. Be prepared to defend yourself. And confront it. I mean, if I see somebody, I'm not going to cower from them. If I see them, especially get in my camp, I'm going to confront them, but I'm going to be ready. So anyway, hope that's some useful tips for some of you guys. It's a shame that we have to be so precautious, especially out here in the beautiful wilderness. We're all coming out here trying to, enjoy the beauty and the seclusion. And with that too, just think about that. A lot of places you don't have cell service, and a lot of them, there's no patrols, there's no sheriff's department, no deputies, no police. And if they did come, it's going to be a while before they get to you. So that's why you have to be prepared yourself to last until they can get here. Yeah, I hope that helps you guys, like I said, and if I have any more advice to give you, I'll try to give it to you, or any more precautions. And I'm not saying I'm perfect. I mean, something can happen to anybody. I don't care how well prepared you are and all that. But what's the old saying? If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. So just be ready. Looks like something was here, right here. I don't know what that. Not sure what that would have been. So this is, at the time of this video, we're in about almost the middle of December 2025. Another concrete structure. It's kind of sad to see that, like I said, the federal stuff has gone to the wayside like it has, because I've gone to several places and you can tell there was infrastructure here, and they just, I guess because of budgets and stuff, quit maintaining. I bet this was I don't know if it would have been a restroom, or to see there's a sidewalk going around it, and then you see here that was a wall. So I don't know. Here in Arkansas too, I heard a rumor. I guess it's true that the state of Arkansas is trying to buy Blanchard Springs Caverns from the federal government and make it a state park. So, and they'll do a good job. They'll do a good job maintaining it. But I will say, over the years that I've gone there since I was a kid, and even the feds have maintained it pretty decent. But man, that is one of the. I've been to caves all over the world, and the caves I've been to, that's probably the prettiest cave you'll ever see. So if you are in Arkansas and like to go through caves, and it's easy, they got the easy and the hard part, but they got it lit in there. I mean, it's just beautiful, beautiful. So my recommendation is hit it up. Look up Blanchard Springs Caverns and give them a stop by and go check it out. All right, well the wind has died down enough that I think we'll be able to cook outside. Alright, we're going to cook outside tonight. The wind's died down some. On this one we're going to cook chicken, and on this one I'm going to set it up and we're going to boil some water. We put some spices in it, and then we marinate it with General Chow sauce. So we're going to cook that up, and then we're going to cook up some ramen noodle. Simple. I like to keep it simple. Haven't used this thing in a while. Just like a jet bowl. So just bear with me because it's been a bit since I used it. Okay, this chicken, I spiced it with some cayenne pepper, paprika, and garlic powder, and then General Chow sauce. Let it marinate, and then, like I said, we're going to have the chicken flavored ramen noodles. I'm not sure why that thing didn't heat up, but we'll see. Chicken's starting to look good though. My butter cooked down too quick, so I'm gonna put a little oil in it. And we lost heat again. Not sure what's going on with this thing. reason it's not getting a good connection. I think I'm out of paper towels. It went out again. Guys, I'm not having any luck tonight with the cooking. My last canister, but the thing is, the canister, there's juice in it. There's plenty in there, so I don't know what's going on. This ain't gonna do. I've got another stove at home. I've used it before, and I will bring that next time because it uses the big propane bottles. Let's try this thing again. Testing this stuff out more at home so that we won't be experiencing this together out here. Let's trade them. Guys, maybe it's eating chicken tonight. I ain't ever seen water so hard to boil. It's finally warming up. Tell you what, I'm gonna turn these cameras off and just when it's done, I'll check back in with y'all. Well, tonight was pretty much an epic fail, but chicken's probably gonna be cold. I finally got the noodles going. So anyway, when I put it all together, I'll be back with you guys. Guys, I'm gonna try to eat this and hopefully I don't get sick. I think it's done, but we'll see. Definitely be better if it'd be hot. The taste is awesome. I mean, it's like perfect. Real simple. It just, like I said, it was no fault of the recipe. It was a fault of that my cooker's not cooking. I don't know what's wrong with them. Next time I'll definitely bring my other one. I've cooked a lot of meals on that one. Never had a problem before. There, turn it on so you can see it. Like I said, ramen and that chicken with just a few spices and then that general chow. If this was hot, it'd be perfect. Yes, my mama taught me not to eat with my mouth full, but all right. Okay, I'm gonna finish this and I'll be back with you guys when we get inside the truck. Well, hey guys, I'm in the back of the truck as you can see. I'm not gonna lie to you, tonight ain't gone just great. This ain't been probably one of my top camping trips. That tasted awesome when I had for lunch, that ramen noodle, that chicken ramen noodles, and then with that marinated chicken. It was really good. But that chicken didn't cook because I don't know why that, I've never had a problem out of that stove before, and I had plenty of gas. So anyway, I've got a better one at home, so I guess I'll start bringing it. And but I didn't eat much of it. I threw it out. I didn't want to get salmonella, so it might have been done, but I just didn't want to take any chances. So it is currently, I don't know if you can see if this will help. I'm not sure you can see that, but it's 45 degrees outside and 52 in here, and I've not run any heat, so that's just strictly my body heat. I've got my buddy heater, and also I've got, like I said, a CO2 detector, and I got a fire extinguisher under here. So I'm prepared if something. Hopefully nothing happens, but if it did, and I won't run it. I mean, that thing will run you out of here within 5 minutes. So even on low, take some of the chill off and make it more tolerable, especially I think in the morning. I've got my bedspread here. I've got 2 blankets. I'm gonna try to sleep with that tonight. And if it gets too cold, I've got a 0-degree bag, and I'll break it out, and I'll use it if I have to. Hopefully this will be enough to keep me warm. It is 8:20. One thing I'm gonna tell you about up here, man, on this mountain down below, there's a marina, and there's lights down there, but that's it. And the stars, if you get between the trees, the stars are just, you really see them. They're real clear here, so real beautiful. And I see what my dad was talking about that overlook that we started out today. It because it's so clear, it's all open right there, so I could see where you really see the night. So I don't know why the Forestry Service put it closes at dusk. So unless they have a problem with kids coming up there having parties, which that's possible. So anyway, I think I'm not really sleepy yet, so I'm gonna try to get settled in. And I brought my tablet, and I've downloaded a couple of movies off of Netflix. So I'm gonna get prepared and try to watch that. And then when I get that accomplished, I'll be back with you guys. So thank you for sticking with me on this one. Like I said, this has been a little bit rougher. I mean, probably had worse, but things not working out. As far, I guess I just got frustrated over the stove. So anyway, but we make the best of it. I'm in a beautiful spot, and like I always say before, getting out camping is relaxing. So you should do it, and I'm sure I'll feel better in the morning. So anyway, I'll check back in with you guys here in just a little bit. I downloaded a couple movies from Netflix. Let's see. I downloaded. I've seen both of them, but The Gray Man and Damsel. And I don't know. I think I'm gonna watch Damsel tonight. It's a decent movie, and it's got that girl from Stranger Things in it, Millie Bobby Brown, whatever her name. I think it's her name. Yeah. So anyway, I think I'm gonna watch that.
There are many stories of chivalry, where the heroic knight saves the damsel in distress. This is not one of them.